Editing Chelsea here, and I wanted to add a little clip saying please bear with me, and I do say that towards the end of the video. Some of this lighting, some of the camera angles and quality is just not top notch, but I am learning and I will grow with my, with the skills of learning how to navigate filming videos so that they look nice and everybody can see everything. So just on the front end, bear with me. I will get better. I am doing 30 videos for the month of May, so 30 days for the month of May, filming a video every day. And so stay tuned for that, and I'll now send you over to the video, and I hope you enjoy it. Hello friend, and welcome back to Life on Lupine. My name is Chelsea, and in today's video I'm going to take you on a garden tour around my garden here in zone 9 in Northern California. There's a shed that we just put up that's totally not related to the garden, so probably shouldn't start there, but kind of related to the garden that I store garden tools and stuff in there. But this is the first area. The lighting is probably terrible because it's super sunny here right now. The other part of the garden that what you'll see is very much shaded right now, so I thought it would be perfect, but this side definitely stays sunny the majority of the day. So in this bed, it's a new bed that I just put in this year. It's not a birdie's raised bed. I got it off of Amazon. And then so in this raised bed, I have probably been a little too ambitious. So let me just show you the bed, and then I can kind of talk about what's in it. And this lighting is absolutely horrendous, but we're just gonna roll with it. That video clip that you just saw is that area that I'm going to talk about. In that area, I did mainly containers because that's what I have. And then we did have a raised bed to set up new for this year. So I put that in, we filled it up. Mainly over there are some peppers, tomatoes, zinnias, and then I want to say, I put 3 watermelons in that bed. Probably not going to work. They're really close together, probably like 1.5 feet apart or so. So that probably won't work, but we're gonna try it because it's the space that I have, and I didn't want those plants to go to waste, so they're going in there, and they're in there. We'll see how they do. I guess the next garden tour, you'll see how much they've grown or not grown. And so that's pretty much that space. And then I'll take you along now to these beds, which are my 6 raised beds right here. The other one's the 7th one, and then I have an onion one over here that we'll take a look at, but I'll show you some clips of what's in these beds. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this without making anybody sick and moving too fast. Okay, so in this bed, I have a ton of lemon citrus basil plants, which are my absolute favorite basil. I love making basil tea all summer long with them. I've actually already made my first small batch, like a quart mason jar full of it, and so super happy. It just tastes like summer to me. And then these 3 tomatoes are sun gold tomatoes, and I'm so excited for them. My favorite cherry tomato is a sun gold. And then in these pots are more sun golds. I don't think that the plants in these pots are gonna do that awesome because these are, I want to say 5-gallon pots, maybe 3, and I'm pretty sure you need about 10 to 20 for a tomato, so probably gonna go south, but we're just gonna roll with it because again, it's what I had at the time. And then that is a hibiscus, and I have 3 or 4 scattered throughout that you'll see, but that is hibiscus because I want to I love Jamaica tea, and so I want to grow some hibiscus flowers to dry to have my own hibiscus tea. That's a Carmen pepper, which is a hybrid that I'm trying this year. And then over on this side, I have some chamomile. I think it's a German chamomile. My camera does not want to focus on anything. And then these are, and I'm so happy for these. I hope they turn out because I've had 0 luck growing cucumbers over the last 3 years. So these are a hybrid called Mojito, I think. Yeah, Mojito cucumber. I got the seed from Johnny's, and they're looking beautiful. I'm hopeful that I will get cucumbers. And then these are some zinnias, a couple more peppers, but mostly it's tomatoes and basil. Oh, and then I guess over here I do have some marigolds just going down in front of the tomatoes. And then in the next bed, I mean, all of these beds are kind of sort of similar, and this lighting just got real wonky. Let me see if I can find where it'll focus back in. Well, it all looks wonky to me, but maybe it looks good to you. These are mainly peppers. In this bed, I have 5 of the Sugar Rush peach. Sugar Rush peach is over there in that row right there. And then in this row of peppers, those are Craig's Grande jalapenos. And then some more chamomile, some calendula, some more basil because I'm obsessed, and then just some more peppers and cucumbers. Probably can't see any of that because that lighting is real sketch. Okay, and then in this bed, sort of the same thing. You're starting to see a theme of what I like to plant this season, but I have, I guess, a little bit of variety in here. Let's see. Okay, in this bed I have some more Roman chamomile, some zinnias, some really sad looking peppers that I'm not sure what they're gonna do. I mean, they're looking okay, they're just super small. This is a Dr. White Cheese tomato. Super excited for that, never grown it before. And then this one is a Kellogg's Breakfast, I wanna say, tomato. And then these are hybrid squash that I'm trying. They're called Mexicana, and the other one is Spineless Perfection. And I have a couple in the other beds behind me that you'll see as well. And let's see. Oh, this is a Kajari melon. I've never had success growing those, so we'll see if I get any this season. Some really sad tomatoes that I planted today just so they wouldn't go to waste. You can hear my neighbors. There's some tomatoes in this bed that I planted just today. And then here's a squash that I'm trying to protect from squirrels because they're definitely a terror in my garden this time of year. A little tiny zinnia that looks kind of sad, but hopefully it'll take off. And in this round bed, I have some more squash. So I have 3. The squirrels decimated that one because they're fun. And then this one and that one, I think I did alternate again, so it's like not mojito, that's the cucumbers, Spineless Perfection and Mexicana, which are both F1 hybrids from Johnny's. And then in this round bed I planted, and I did a short of it, but I planted 10 packets of cilantro in this bed. It is doing fantastic. Super excited. I love cilantro, it's my favorite herb. And I'll show you one of my green stalks that I have planted with herbs as well because they're just coming up. And then in this round pot planter, I have 4 dahlias. These are all the floret, different dahlias like the Shooting Stars, Bee's Choice, and I forget the other ones. And then I have some more calendula and one of her zinnias, probably Alpen Glow because that was the one I was most excited about. This is kind of our potted garden area, another one over here where I've just lined up a bunch of pots that I had and just put plants that I have in them and see how they do. These 2 right here are Orangello watermelons. So the orange fleshed watermelons are in those 2 pots. And these are all tomatoes, and I really don't think they will do much in these tiny pots, but we're going to just roll with it because it's what I had and I didn't want them to just go to waste. So we'll see how they do. And these peppers are, I think 5 pepper plants. Yeah, 6. 6 pepper plants my mom got at a plant sale, and she's unsure what they are, but we're sure they're peppers, so we're gonna see how those do. She thinks that they're red bell peppers, but we'll just let them go and see. It'll be a little surprise. And then just some more tomatoes. And then I'll take you over and show my onions now and some more zinnias in the 8th bed that I have. So if we walk over here, I have this planter here, and I have probably, I want to say about 60 onions in here, maybe 100, but I think it's closer to 60 this season. And they're looking really nice so far. It's really bright, so you're probably not getting a very good depiction of them, but they're looking really beautiful. And then I have a dahlia off in that corner. The lighting is terrible, so this is fun. And then I have, let's see, I have some more floret zinnias in this bed. So I have, let's see, like 10 zinnias in this bed, 9 zinnias, 2 tomatoes. Oh, that tomato, well, that tomato said nope, and it's flopped over, so it did not like its transplant. But that's okay, things die, life goes on. Let me show you the green stalk over here in front of my little Costco greenhouse. I have 2, and then I'll show you the one with my strawberries. Here is the one with all my herbs in it. That's some purple basil. This whole front thing is mainly basil. This is some cilantro. I think it's dwarf lemon cilantro, and then this is some basil with some cilantro mixed in. Some more basil. Yep, I sure did throw a whole packet in there of basil, and we're just letting it go. And I think this is cumin or thyme. I want to say it's cumin, but again, I've never grown that before, so we'll see. So the first 3 tiers, of this green stalk are just herbs. So we'll see how that does. And I need some ideas, or if you want to comment below and tell me something that you've planted in your green stalk that I could plant in mine still in, this is May 1st, here in Northern California, Zone 9, I would definitely attempt it. So herbs in this green stalk, and then I have 2 of these potters that I absolutely love, but I hadn't used them, and so I decided to just put tomatoes in them. And these are a hybrid cherry tomato called Sakura that I'm trying this season. And then over here I have a bunch of like thornless, I want to say they're thornless blackberries that our neighbor gave us because they have a huge fence line of it. And so we want to get those in the ground ASAP. I'll show you the trellis that my husband bought for our grapes, or I'll show you the trellis that my husband made for our grapes that are coming, that we ordered from my gardener. And we want to do similar with these, but in a different spot in the garden. So probably in future garden tours, those will be included down further on some trellises. Here are my beautiful strawberries. Let me just give them a little turn in all their glory and try to find some of the little strawberries. Oh my goodness, they're so beautiful. So they're really starting to put on strawberries. Like, look at this guy. Oh my goodness. A little curled up, but you know, they're not perfection like the grocery store strawberries trying to be super perfect. They are homegrown, beautiful little treasures. And I cannot wait to try homegrown strawberries because I've never grown strawberries. And then let me show you that trellis I was talking about. This is another Sakura tomato. It's a F1 hybrid that came highly recommended by multiple YouTubers that I watch. And then over here is the cattle panel trellis type of system, like fence system that we're gonna use for the 4 grape plants that we have. I don't know if it'll work well. Maybe you can let me know below if it might be a mistake to plant grapes there. Maybe I'll plant the berries there if that's the case. And then I want to show you, maybe, since it's kind of part of the garden-ish, we have a pool that is coming down. That's not really a part of the garden, but I'll probably get it in the video as I pan over. So you'll see a really ugly old pool that lasted 6 seasons. The pool lasted us 6 seasons before Mr. B, I don't want to play with you, thank you. We do have bees out in that tree. Sorry, squirrel, but I had a bee buzz past my face. And in this tree out there, the big oak, there's actually a beehive that is in there and has been there for 5 years now. They've swarmed twice, so I love them so much. And so that's the ugly pool that is being taken down. Very sad not to have a pool, but that's okay. It lasted 6 years. And then this is our back patio, which you probably can't see fully yet because the lighting is terrible. That's a tree that died. Yep. We do kill plants around here sometimes. This is a Tangerine Skies Arbor Rose. So beautiful. This is its 2nd year. It's kind of, I don't know, kind of grew lanky that way, and then it's growing out more now. And then this is some more zinnias. I fear my lighting in this video is going to be horrible, but you know, we live and we learn. And here's another pepper, and then another little rose, and my dog crying because he wants my husband to come out and throw the ball for him. Okay, go on in. All right, bye. Okay, pardon my interruption. And now he's barking to come back out. So that's how that works. These are 2 dwarf tomatoes that are like, I think they're called Mini Marzano by Wild Boar Farms. So we're gonna see they're more like patio. They're supposed to get like 12 to 20 inches, so I'm trying 2 in that little pot. We'll see how it goes. This succulent is about 7 years old. I can tell you this is the most neglected. Is it a succulent? Yeah, it's a succulent. This is the most neglected plant I have ever had. This plant got snowed on. It got like covered in snow to where like the majority of its little petals turned black, fell off. I thought I killed it. It was like this portion over here, and it has grown into this massive plant in 7 years. Maybe it should be bigger, I don't know, but I love it. So proud of it. It survived the beginning stages of me learning how to grow things, which I'm still very much a beginner, but it is a tough little guy, continues to thrive on my neglect and not really doing much for it. Love it. He loves it here. I don't move him much. Maybe he's struggling a little bit, but he did finally flower. So that's the first time he's ever done that. So I don't know if that's a signal that he's like, peace out, but we'll see how that goes. And then this is a bougainvillea, I think is how you say it. I actually overwintered it and like cut it back and did the responsible thing and put it in my greenhouse. So it survived, yay me. And so now here it is. You see my little weight bench in the background, trying to get fit. And then I want to show you a planter. This is kind of messy, but I want to show you a planter that we just finished in the front of the garden. Yes, that is a Shrek head over there. I plan to put some kind of plant in it. My husband and I actually really love the Shrek movies. We find them very funny. So it was only fitting that Shrek have a little place in our garden. So this planter we just finished. I don't know if I have any pictures really to show how it was. When we first did this, we left just this wall and kind of made it come out like a U, and then we had like rock in here and then planters. There were some of like the red ones I showed you that I hadn't used really for anything that have the Sakura tomatoes. That's what was there like in a row, and it just didn't make sense anymore. So we actually, whole nother story about how we got these bricks because the company went out of business. So it was a mission recently. We drove for about 5 hours, long story-ish kind of, and we got them and we put them in the same day, filled it up with soil, planted the 2 roses that were here, these cute little, I don't know what they're called, like tea roses or something like that. We planted those 2 that had been there for a couple of seasons, and that's that bed. And then all right, down here is my super sad tomatoes. Oh, that one's pretty much like, no, I'm done. Peace out, I tried. Okay. And then those are some sad tomatoes. We won't talk about it, that I do not have space for. I need to just up pot them and like send them to my mom. I'll probably do that. And then we just got this tree. We had a really beautiful, I'll try to see if I can insert a clip here, but we had a beautiful Japanese maple here. And during a snowstorm, like it got so heavy, and then our shade cloth for it like snowed unexpectedly, and the weight of the snow on the shade cloth crushed the tree, just like broke the trunk of it, like split it almost in half, and just damaged the tree beyond repair. So we ended up losing that tree. We tried to save it, it just didn't work. So we went with the suggestion of the nursery and got a Brandywine maple to go here. So we're gonna see how that goes. And I think, let me stop the video here and then I'll turn around and just say like the final bye-bye or whatever. I'll say the final goodbye to wrap up the video in just a second. And that's just a pan of the garden area. Lighting's real wonky, please bear with me. I will get better at this. It's just gonna take some time. Well, I'm officially a lobster because that's what happens to me in the sun. But I just want to say thank you for staying, if you did, throughout that whole garden tour, because I'm definitely new at this. The camera angles, the camera lighting, definitely not going to be, you know, cinema level quality, but I'm definitely going to keep trying and I'll get better. So bear with me and be sure to like and subscribe if you would like to see me post. Obviously more content to come, but I'm gonna do 30 videos for the 30 days of May, just as a challenge to kind of start to build my channel. So again, like, subscribe, and until next time, grow with grace.